out of his hand. Oh, dude, it was so bad.
You ever get those farts where you fart and your body knows it's going to be a shit before you do? And your butthole clenches before you even realize what's going on, and then you just gotta hold it. It's like a pre-thought, like you're Neo from the Matrix, and you just dodge it.
Almost like your body has.
But now you're waddling back home.
It's got preventive measures. It's first line of defense in case you're not.
Exactly. It knows.
Yeah. So are we talking about pooping in your pants stories? Is that how we're kicking this off?
No, because
I ever shit your pants?
I have too many. Twice.
You shit your pants twice?
One was like, well, I've never actually completely fully like shit my pants, but twice, yeah, I had to change my underwear.
So you shit your pants?
Yeah, in that, yeah. So
in the sense of the word, you shit your pants.
First time was in high school. I remember, shout out to Friendlies. I had their
they're gone.
Do they even exist? This is why.
This is why. I should have sued them. That way we didn't have to do this podcast. But
not getting paid for this either. Shit your pants all you want.
I ate their hot chicken tenders that were like smothered in buffalo sauce. And then the next day, we're in high school and I'm in art class in the basement. You guys remember that. And I had to shit so bad and the teacher would not let me go. So I just said, fuck it. And I just ran out the door. Now I'm sprinting through the hallway down like the long stretch by the gym. And I'm like squeezing my ass. And the dean comes out. He puts his hand up. He's like, Peroni, bologna, pepperoni. And I'm like, what? And he's like, slow down. Where are you going? I'm like, I really have to shit. He's like, language. I'm like, if you don't move, I'm going to shit my pants. And like, as I said that, I actually legitimately like shit my pants, and it gets better. And this is super embarrassing. I went to the bathroom and I was like, I think I was in 9th grade and I didn't know what to do at the time. So I just took my boxer shorts and like I cleaned them up in the sink and I just flipped them inside out and put them back on instead of calling my mom like a normal person would do. So then I wore my my little turd covered in boxer shorts the rest of the day. It gets better.
So now not only did you shit your pants, but you turned your boxer shorts inside out. So now you would shit on the inside of your pants.
Yeah, because I thought that would mask anything. Because
why didn't you just go commando? Like why?
I didn't have any confidence back then.
There are so many better ways you could have went about this,
dude. I didn't know what to do, and
this was as poor of a response as the Afghaning pullout this year. So Jesus,
Friendlies was a bad choice.
So I'm now sitting in Spanish class, and I'm up against the window. So I got my back up against the window. The window's open, and the girl that I had a crush on is sitting next to me. So the wind picked up, and it's just like blowing down my neck, and she just turns and smells. She's like. Just, smells like shit in here, right? I'm like, I know, it's disgusting, right? Let me just close this window. And I'm mortified because I'm like, oh my God, it's me. It's me. True story.
Didn't you also say to her, like, it smells like, like, yeah, dog must have shit outside?
Yeah, I was like,
no, it's human shit.
Yeah. I was like, it's weird because it doesn't smell like dog shit. Like, it smells like actual human shit. And she's like, I know. She goes, it's disgusting. She goes, I'm going to throw up. I'm like, me too. I just like close the window.
Who would do such a thing? How gross.
You're sick. You are sick.
There's like so many things that went wrong that could have went right.
Yeah.
You flipped them inside out and then sat downwind.
Yeah. And it was, I don't know why I just didn't throw them out. Like, I really don't know
why you just didn't leave school.
You should have gone all defensive and like, what, you never had Friendlies before? Take a hike.
Anthony said there was literally so many different things you could have done to better your situation, and you went arguably with the worst decision you possibly could have made and kept them on and then just flipped them reversed.
I did. I will. Speaking of one of the worst decisions ever made, Jake, I will say that is the best decision that you were in that Paulo Balo jersey right now.
Oh, look at that.
Kudos.
Oh, right. You're a Steelers fan.
Kudos.
I will say, though, the biggest mistake you made was not calling your mom or dad, because if there's two parents that would have dropped everything to come, it would be your guys' parents. I think I could just picture your dad.
Matt.
I just picture your dad walking in and go, here you go, Matty boy.
Boxers or briefs?
No, they were boxers. That's how long ago this was.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So the air is seeping out naturally too.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
It's like a vortex down there.
I remember when my mom picked me up because I didn't take the bus home that day. And she was just like, "Why didn't you just call me?" I was like, "I don't know." I was mortified. She goes, "Yeah, but instead of telling me and being embarrassed for 5 minutes, you went 9 periods with shit in your pants."
Wait, time out. This was you did this in first period?
I had art class second period.
The
And
funny
then
thing
Spanish
too
was
is
third.
knowing anything about Matt or Brian, I'm sure you went home that day and asked your mom if you could go to Taco Bell.
Oh man.
They went to Taco Bell regardless.
I'm sure.
With the shit, and we fit right in.
She's like, tell me the story on the way to Taco Bell. Hold on.
Oh my
Yeah, so that was the first time that it ever happened.
Well, at least Matt, it wasn't that depressing of a story. That was actually funny.
Yeah, anybody else have anything uplifting after Matt shit his pants?
I have another one if you want to hear
for two straight episodes. Matt is borderline committing suicide tomorrow.
Yeah, this is my life, guys.
Well,
I'm so
well, he's
glad
talking about it. This is one of the stages.
1-800 hotline.
Jeez.
Anybody else have any shit stories?
I sharded once watching an Islanders game.
Another one.
Jake.
That's a shit.
I farted and I felt it, and it was exactly what you said, Greg. My body immediately clenched up, but it was too late. A little bit came out.
Yeah.
One that got out the escape hatch.
It
Brian's
sneaked out a
got
little bit.
good one.
I had a stomach virus though, so it doesn't. It wasn't like voluntarily like an accident. It was like involuntary. I could not control it. But yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, mine always seems to happen when I'm in the car. Brian was sitting shotgun with me one time when I peeled out and drifted around my parents because they were taking the turn too slow, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of the way!"
And you shit your pants.
I can already tell.
No, that time I made it home.
I can already tell our lowest demographic of listeners is going to be females.
Single females.
Man, they find
You don't
this
think
stuff
females?
funny.
You don't think women have shit their pants?
They probably
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they don't want to hear about it.
It's
I don't
funny.
think they've ever shit in boxers before.
Probably not.
Well,
I don't know. A lot of girls go to like bed with like pajama shorts on.
Greg, do you remember in Ireland
2009.
they shit in the kids?
I wasn't there.
Oh, they shit in the kid's pillowcase.
I don't remember that.
That's
And
horrible.
it stunk the whole floor of the hotel out. And then in the middle of the night, out the window, you just see a pillowcase full of shit fly down 17 flights of hotel windows because he threw it out the window.
I remember one of the trips they went on. There was someone that would go into other people's hotel rooms and shit in the bathroom, and not just like a normal one. It looked like it was a week's worth, and they would leave it there. And I think still to this day, nobody has admitted to doing it.
Oh my God.
We'll have Goliath in the toilet bowl.
Well, so in our list of funny, I mean, all of those could have been great headlines. Boy in first period shits pants in high school and then sits in it the rest of the day.
That's going to make the paper.
The toilet paper.
Ayo.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's a dad joke. Where were you on that one, Matt?
I don't know. I'm thinking about the other time I shit my
I
pants.
thought it was lame.
Reminiscing.
Not even
Andrew's like Andrew, the only dad in the group, disapproved it. So
That's it's bad.
So
I'm gonna
right
start
now,
calling you Andy.
Andy.
Oh no.
Like Toy Story?
I mean, you got the cowboy hat on. Can we just write on the bottom of your boot?
You're my favorite deputy.
There's so much about this that fits. How have we not thought about this till now?
It's our second episode.
No, I just mean in life. Just,
I
how
don't
have we
know.
not done this? All right. So the first headline from today's or this week's, I can't believe this is actually happening. It's called the Orbeez Challenge. Have you guys heard about this going on right now?
Yes. It's actually going on in my town right now.
No,
Yeah,
really.
It's taken over the South right now.
Is this when they try flushing it down the toilet?
No.
I wish.
So I wish it was that as opposed to what it really is. So it started in Florida, and now it's made its way through the entire southern United States. It's coming. Don't worry about it. But the first thing that it says here is the Orbeez Challenge is causing harm in parts of Georgia and Florida, I guess now in Texas as well. So There's been the Tide Pods challenge, the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, and the cinnamon challenge. Now is the Orbeez challenge. The latest viral social media trend is gaining traction on TikTok and has police across the U.S. warning their communities of the potential dangers. An innocuous sounding Orbeez challenge. It started in the Fernandina Beach area of Florida, shared on Facebook that a new trend is influencing people to shoot soft gel Orbeez balls. So Orbeez balls were originally created for like creativity and tactile stimulation, things like that. They're like these little gel balls.
They expand,
but
yeah.
Now they're putting them in a gel ball gun or an airsoft gun. And what the TikTok challenge is TikTok Orbeez or hashtag Orbeez challenge. They videotape themselves shooting others with a gun filled with Orbeez. On the Orbeez website, the manufacturer is advertising a new playset product based off the Orbeez challenge. So kids are literally getting hurt, and this company's doubled down, and they've made, look at this, they've made Orbeez guns that look like little ARs. Here's the worst part. So
we don't have M13 from Call of Duty.
Yeah, really. Orbeez are designed for educational, creative, and sensory play. Are not intended to be used as projectiles or inserted in mechanisms, even though the company is making the guns. Here's some of the stuff that's happened. Wednesday, deputies arrested a 19-year-old in Deltona who shot an Amazon delivery driver, hitting his glasses and neck while he was driving.
That's impressive.
That's a great shot. He also, in the same day, shot a random adult and a 10-year-old child in the face.
Jeez.
The suspect charging him. He was charged by the deputies shooting into an occupied vehicle, child abuse, and 2 counts of battery. The other one, an Orbeez shooting spree that same day happened. 2 people were hit by pellets fired from a van. So they're doing drive-bys with these things. And they also shot a man who was trimming trees, and that man fell out of a ladder. Several kids shooting the gel pellets at each other were involved in a car crash while driving. They were shooting each other.
Oh my God.
One child was riding his bike and was hit and bloodied after local teens shot him and then kept shooting him when he fell off the bike.
I have a lot of questions.
And then somehow they modified the gel beads to inflict even more harm. They broke skin and bloodied the face. This kid's face is all swollen, like bad. He got shot up pretty bad. They're holding parents liable if minors are caught right now in the state of Florida. So they're basically locking up the parents too at the same time. But this is interesting. I'd love your guys' feedback on this. I do think that we might have been these kids if we were 10 or 12.
Yeah, except we were using paintball and airsoft guns. Yeah.
See, my viewpoint is different. So I don't know what it would be like in Georgia and Florida and other southern states, but I'll tell you this. If the kids were doing this and they got caught and they went on the wrong property or shot at the wrong person in Texas, I promise you that dude is going to smoke that teenager, that TikTok teenager. And I promise you this, based on all that and the way that the guns look and stuff, the person shooting the teenager is not going to be in the wrong either. So, I mean, kids are going to get smoked in the face. Like in real life, that's a real issue. This isn't a gun control thing either. This is more of a parental control. So maybe we all have bad parents if we could see ourselves doing this at 17. And also kind of just, this is like, I'm thinking of like the first generation TikTokers with the Tide Pod challenge, but that was more self-inflicted, right? This is kind of harming other people. And like I saw one crazy video where like teenagers were doing the drive-by and they were shooting at a mother pushing a stroller. Like what fucking naive nonsense.
Wow. That's bad.
Wow. See, when you said so, when you first said like the Tide Pod challenge, I took this the complete opposite way. I was like, people are putting these in their bodies and seeing how much they can expand. I was like, that is
that would be terrible.
You just came up with a totally new challenge that people are probably going to start trying now.
The Guys Night podcast does not condone putting Orbeez in any bodily orifice.
Do not swallow Orbeez.
But like 100%. I've never seen them besides in YouTube videos where they actually like put them in pools and they expand. I can't see how they would hurt that bad to like bloody someone's face up. Well, I need to test this.
I agree with that.
It's a gel ball, and if you have enough force behind it, like a paintball gun,
that's true, I guess.
Like a paintball gun, like it's just
gonna fucking hurt.
It's just like the shell filled with paint. Like the Orbeez is an actual solid like ball, not like It's not like a Super Bowl or anything like that, but it's still going to be solid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
China
like Greg
has-
said, if that comes out of a paintball gun, that's coming in hot. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
I think
That's
like
why
I
China
still don't
is
understand the Tide Pod challenge. Like I don't get this whole challenge craze. Like
Yeah.
I get these things happen on social media and kids try doing it themselves. But like when we were kids, it wasn't like, oh, I saw this dumb thing. Let's go try it out. Like,
But like,
we challenged each
Yeah.
other to do dumb things.
yeah,
but
I
we're
can't
also the
say I've ever
generation-
done that where like we would go and like do things to other people. Like I think the worst
No,
thing
not
we
like
did
that.
was drive around and air horn people in a parking lot. We thought it was the funniest fucking thing
egging.
ever. Like,
We went
yeah,
egging.
No, but
Yeah,
we
we
would
would
also
egg people's
walk home
houses.
from school. We'd push each other in bushes. And
Yeah.
like into street signs.
We weren't eating laundry detergent.
Right. Like, what's the Tide Pod challenge? You take one, pop it in your mouth, and you're standing there like, oh, what do I
pretty
do
much.
next?
I'm eating
some
fabric softener.
Well, I was going
You
to
know
say,
This
we're
baby
the
is
we were
sugar.
raised by Jackass. We're the Jackass generation. We watched it. So
CKY.
we watched Jackass, CKY. So Wild Boys, all that. So we watched that stuff, and then we're a bunch of idiots. We went out
Right.
there and tried some
Those
of
were
it.
physical challenges, though, that they did themselves. Like, this is something entirely different. This is obviously stupid and borderline reckless.
Yeah.
iPods look mighty delicious, though. They do.
They didn't say it either, but they said they like this one group of kids who went on the shooting spree, which just ridiculous. They modified the Orbeez. I don't know how they modified them. I would think like what we used to do at paintball, which is messed up, was take the paint out and replace it with water and throw them in the freezer. And then you have like they're like ice cubes you're shooting at people.
I'm sure they did the same thing because Orbeez are probably like
what they would do.
60% water.
Yeah, you just throw them in the freezer. They're probably hard.
They
and it's like
show up
shooting a
in
bullet.
tiny little beads, and then you put them in water, and then they're
They expand.
a lot
But
better.
Andrew has a great point though. Like if you, I forgot how many years ago this was now. It was something in New York City. A kid got shot, or maybe it wasn't New York City. An innocent kid got a kid got shot because he had like a toy gun or like a BB gun or something, and like they thought it was something like an actual gun. And then wasn't something else with a bag of Skittles or something, and the kid was shot. And it was a huge
Skittles
debate.
I was in Florida.
I was in Florida.
That happens more than you'd think too with
But I
toy
guess, like,
guns or
Yeah, going to Andrew's point though, if you have these things like on the streets and like you're doing a stupid challenge, like Andrew's point, like if you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, someone has a law-abiding gun, like citizen, you're screwed.
Yeah.
or even a police officer. If you're doing one of these drive-bys and you open your mom's minivan door and you're shooting people with
And
water pellets,
like
They're gonna
Pablo
get lit up.
Escobar
you're gonna get lit up.
shooting people out of the side of a
Yeah.
minivan.
The kids probably can't even drive. The mom's driving the kids.
Yeah. Like
You know-
if you see one of those pointed at you and you're armed, like you're just not going to react quick enough to see it's a fake gun. You're just going to shoot the kid. That
And then
team
it's like,
is going to go down. I hope they're hungry.
Orbeez.
Feed them some lead.
Remember cap guns too? Cap guns, they actually look like
Dude,
regular
I
pistols.
could-
So,
I
it's
can
easy.
totally picture like a Honda Odyssey rolling down, blasting like Steel Panther, and like the little kids just open up the board and like and just shooting these little things at people.
I think there's something else we have to address here, but Anthony was proposing this story to us and we're reacting to it. But I think the one reaction we didn't get is that Anthony printed out the internet to show us this article.
I'm old school. I had highlights of key points. I did it with the next one too.
Okay.
How old are
You're
you, man?
old. You're old.
Well, the next one's pretty good, and it reminds me of my childhood a little bit. And this one's fun. So the headline reads: Georgia man, Georgia man used COVID relief funds to buy Pokemon cards, is sentenced to prison. So
What's the charge?
Vinath Odomainsine, 31 of Dublin, Georgia. This is from the Southern District, United States Attorney's Office of the Southern District of Georgia, by the way, was sentenced to 36 months in prison after pleading guilty to one count of wire fraud. It ordered him to pay restitution of $85,000 and serve 3 years of supervised release after he completes his 36-month sentence. The attorney says, like moths to a flame, fraudsters like this guy took advantage of these programs to line their own pockets. So this guy claimed he had no employees. He didn't even have a company. He claimed he had 10 employees and gross revenues of $235,000. As a result, the SBA, which is this loan that went out to small businesses, sent him 85 grand deposited into his account. He used $57,000 on Pokemon cards, on one Pokemon card, a Charizard. When they asked
questions,
I can understand if he was buying packs of cards and trying to like resell, opening them and reselling them. But to buy one card,
and
he might as well buy like a car.
He had to forfeit the Pokemon card to the government of Georgia, I guess, the state government of Georgia, as restitution as well.
I hope they have that somewhere.
Just sitting like in an office somewhere.
Like it's in a plaque.
Someone definitely gave that to like their son. Like definitely took that, gave it to their kid.
I think Jake Paul bought it.
Probably. He has one hanging around his neck that's like $1 million or something like that.
Didn't Logan Paul actually buy like a bunch of like?
Yeah, I think they were fake.
Yeah,
right?
It was Logan Paul. He spent like over $1 million in a bunch of fake Pokemon cards.
I don't think it was. I think it was like in the thousands.
I thought it was millions, but I could be
still
wrong.
A lot of money to spend on.
I hate both of the brothers. So
just another example
make them look
of
bad.
Something from the 90s that we all had, but it's the one thing we got rid of that's actually worth money. I still have what is it? Beanie Babies that are worth a shit. Tamagotchis are worthless. All the things they told you to keep because it'll be worth money one day. The one thing I got rid of was the Pokemon cards.
I think I still have mine at my parents' house.
Same thing.
I think I have mine too. Parents have it somewhere.
Is Brian going to get
it? It was $3.5 million.
Wait, is that my binder? Does it have stickers on the inside?
People start talking over Greg, but
Brian,
Greg, say that again.
It was $3.5 million worth of fake Pokemon cards. I wonder how much that's worth.
Brian, you should see how much that's worth.
It's nothing. We tried
$4.
Yeah. Brian,
I would like it known if you're listening on Spotify right now or Apple Podcasts, Brian has a binder with a Pokemon label on the front with Ash Ketchum.
Brian's like,
I'm waiting for this moment. And actually, I'm the least like Pokemon fan, the smallest, whatever you want to call it, the smallest Pokemon fan.
Yeah, I mean, it was on top of your pile.
I mean, you knew exactly where it was in that office. I don't know.
If it was in the top of the pile, you must have been looking at it pretty recently.
It ain't a big office, guys. It's pretty small.
But do you remember some stuff from the 90s that we hoarded? Like what were some of the things you hoarded?
Pogs.
Oh my gosh, the slammers. I remember going to like
Crazy Bones
and winning them from like the raffle tickets, and you'd get like those crazy slammers that would like bash your knuckles if you. Things were dangerous.
They had metal ones that were like this thick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like an inch and a half of like aluminum.
Yeah, crazy. Is that Blastoise?
Blastoise was my favorite. Yeah.
He's still looking at the Pokemon cards.
Venusaur
are crazy.
Venusaur.
What was the I mean, I remember Crazy Bones. I used to have thousands of those things.
Crazy Bones. We used to line that up my upstairs, my parents' house, my upstairs hallway, because it was perfect for that. When you lifted the rug, we would sit there and just flick those things all over the place.
Bakery sticks. Yes, from 7-Eleven. That was the biggest debate.
We need someone to comment on this podcast. If you've ever had a bakery stick from 7-Eleven with the red ink, let me know when the restitution payments are coming.
Oh my God.
With the date printed on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Those were the best, man. The pepperoni and cheese and then the steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese.
Oh, man. Get that with a Mountain Dew. Man, I'd be drunk for like 3 hours when I was 7 years old.
It's a miracle we all made it to this age eating that shit.
That's where my cholesterol problems came from.
There you go, man. That was really important.
We are now 2 episodes with Matt mentioning his cholesterol.
Bakery sticks are just coming out of my veins.
Is that why you shit your pants that day? Was the bakery sticks?
No, that was the KFC. The second time, I think, was just Dunkin' iced coffee before food.
KFC, I thought it was Friendlies.
Well, the first time was Friendlies. The second time, which I didn't talk about.
How many times have you shit your
How many times have you
Twice.
I'm getting the feeling
you just said KFC. You just said
and Dunkin', I think.
And then
you said KFC.
Yeah, KFC.
Oh, I'm sorry, Friendlies. I meant Friendlies. I thought of chicken. I automatically said
it was a Friendlies KFC combo.
I'm calling bullshit. It was definitely more than twice.
The second time I was in college, I was dropping off a paper and I thought I could make it there before stopping home, and I was wrong. And it was when I had the Mustang, so I'm wearing gray sweatpants, and every time, like I have my my foot is just on the gas, like floored, because I'm lifting myself up out of my chair because I had to shit so bad, like clenching my cheeks. And then every time I had to shift, like a little bit more came out. And like I made it home, and then I ran in. My mom's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta poop." She goes, "It looks like you already did." I was like, "No."
So I just went down a rabbit hole, and I think we need to have another episode where we talk about the best '90s cartoons, and we're not getting into it now because I think that's going to be a great topic.
Well, some of that stuff's going to come up in our trivia, but yes, I think it's a great topic.
Open up that link I just sent in the chat. If you did not have that radio, you can't be friends with us.
The radio, is that the Nickelodeon one?
Oh, the Nickelodeon radio.
I didn't have that radio.
Holy shit!
Yes, you did, Greg. We had that, so you had it.
I did not have it.
Everybody had that Super Soaker, and the image right below it. The Super Soaker 50. Everybody had that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
You guys want to see? You guys want to see the first generation of fleshlights? Open that one.
This is amazing.
You should definitely share the screen on that one so people watching can see it.
Hold on, I gotta.
Man, I forgot about. Wait, coleslaw.
No, you could not. Those things were hard in the middle.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what I found? It's literally on my desk. They're not the 90s, but Andrew and Anthony definitely showdown cards.
Oh yeah.
I never had those.
Yeah.
Bro, my dad.
Good old Jim told me right here.
My dad used to sit with this water gun, and I think we could. This is Google, so I'm pretty sure we could share the screen and not get in trouble.
Check this one.
I'm pretty sure my dad used to sit with this water gun literally on the stoop and just stand there and spray.
That thing was powerful.
That thing hurt, man. Forget about the Orbeez. That thing would blow you into another dimension. If you like pump that thing so hard, it would shoot out like a laser of water, and you would get bruised.
Not too long ago, someone actually took that exact Super Soaker and cut out the insides, like the trigger and the pump, and actually put a real shotgun in it and like went on a shooting spree with it.
That's
Jesus.
Crazy.
Damn.
Dude, this thing killed more shins. This thing killed more shins. And then the Razor Scooter came out.
I don't know.
And said, "Hold my beer."
Anthony, open up that last link. We were like, kids these days are way too lazy.
And there's pods right at the bottom. Before we
check this out.
Dart Rover. Oh my god.
Oh,
it picks up darts.
Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't? So that you don't have to go around and pick them up?
That looks like the thing at the driving range that picks up the golf balls.
It basically is just for darts.
Yeah.
I want to read what are the reviews on this?
They're pretty badass.
Doesn't
I have that
shit.
one. I have it. It works.
Do you really, Andrew?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You have that Nerf thing?
Me, my wife, and my son all have Nerf guns.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And you have the Nerf dart roller?
I love it.
I borrowed it from a coworker, and that
is amazing.
Awesome.
That is good. Crossfire,
dude.
Crossfire was an underrated game.
Yeah, that game.
Fun
fact. Anthony.
Fun fact. Fun fact. I was the model. I was the model for the Creepy Crawlers toy box, and just to prove it to you guys,
he's right.
Pull it up.
No way.
He was.
Pull it up.
No way.
I remember. I could vouch for it. I remember seeing it.
Now this picture is not easy to see, but I have the actual box at my parents'. I'll have my mom take a picture. We can share it in the next episode. But this dude right here, check out the kid, guys. Check out the kid right there. That's me on the box for Creepy Crawlers 2001. Let's
got a first sponsor.
Can I ask you a question? How did you even get on the box?
I'll tell you this story in a second, but the kid I'm sitting next to, you want to hear creepy?
His podcast airs on Thursdays?
No, he went to school with Nicole. He grew up with Nicole, like down the block from her. And we happen to be sitting next to each other.
For the record, Nicole is
so you two are the Creepy Crawlers.
Yeah, pretty much. But look, check this out, man. I was on a toy box. Look at this little guy.
You could fit in a toy box.
I know. So funny story. My mom thought that I was going to be this child star, and she was so wrong. But you want to laugh? What I'll do is next podcast, I'll get a picture of the box and my headshots. And
I think I've seen your headshots.
You've probably seen my headshots.
I have
pretty like bad. Joe Pesci.
I really need to.
They combed my hair. I look like right out of Goodfellas. I look like Cologino from Bronx Tale. And
look like Justin.
and they had me do the thing. I did that. I did Elephant. If you guys remember Elephant, where you'd run around with the nets. Shot the butterflies up. And then I did a Hungry Hippos commercial that never aired. They chose different kids. But yeah, I made I think $10,000 that my dad probably spent.
That you never saw?
I never saw that money.
Do you remember GAC?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The prerequisite.
Wait, I'm sorry. One more thing, Anthony. Does anyone remember Light Bright?
Oh my God, yeah.
That was like the first. Shut up. That was like the first ASMR for like little children. That was so much fun.
I remember the jingle too.
Sing it.
Yeah,
I think you just made Light Bright dirty.
Now you got to sing it.
Sing it.
Now you have to sing it.
Yeah, you got to sing it.
Either you sing it or you shit your pants. You got to pick one of the two.
Funny. That was like light bright. First, I see you tonight.
Matt,
you don't remember that?
Yourself.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys. I'm out of here.
Matt's actually gonna kill himself this episode, guys. We finally did it.
Two episodes in a row that Matt has been driven to suicide. We're doing great, boys. We're doing great.
My beer out of my
All right.
nose.
So for our listeners, we had a great topic that was submitted by Greg. I was gonna say by a listener, but it's by Greg.
We don't have any listeners. No one's listening to us, and if they are, they don't talk to us about it.
So why would you that's it? And their sympathy listening to us.
The 90s is known for some of the best sitcoms and television shows that were ever written historically. Just don't ask Jake because he hates all good shows apparently because he doesn't watch The Office. But what's great about this is we have the list of the top 14 90s TV stars. They're the female stars. And it's not just based on looks, it's based on their social impact, their pop culture impact during the time. You guys should have the list open in front of you guys. And so if you're listening right now, a lot of this is going to bring back some of the best shows and moments in television. I don't know if you guys watched a lot of these shows. I remember watching them because my mom made me sit on the couch and watch them with her. But 13, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I don't even think she should be on this list. Personal. I don't even think she should be on this list.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I would say Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like in her later years. I don't think the 90s were good to Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I think the 2000s were incredible to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
What was the show she had in the 2000s that was amazing on HBO? Veep.
Veep. I think is that still on or no? But that was.
I don't think so.
Now she's in some Marvel movies.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
Yeah.
Number 12, who I think, Greg, this would probably be the same thing you just said. Number 12 is Katie Seagal.
Right.
Peggy Bundy.
She was like a not quintessential, but she was like that classic kind of like big hair, like out of the 80s into the 90s. Like she was fashion forward. She was like a 90s like woman. Cause like if you grew up in the 80s, like she did in the show, Peggy Bundy did, and then you lived in the 90s, you had kids, she was dressing exactly the way some of the moms like we knew growing up dressed.
Yeah, but I think she was better as what's her name on Sons of Anarchy?
Yes,
Gemma Teller. I was about to say she plays one of the most underrated villains in the history of television. Gemma Teller.
That's Gemma Teller.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys.
12.
I don't know 80% of this list.
Oh my God, Katie Siegel?
Yeah, you didn't know that was Gemma Teller?
No.
Yeah. She plays the voice of Leela on Futurama.
Futurama.
Yep.
So she should probably be a little higher. Number 11, Jenna Elfman. I don't really know her. Number 10, I think she should be higher, especially because she's a criminal.
Skip her.
She's number 10 is Aunt Becky from Full House. She should be higher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She was so hot. She just
God.
She was in that college scam, right?
Yeah, she got sent to jail for basically bribing people to get her kid into college.
Is there a hotter couple from the 90s than Uncle Jesse and Aunt Becky?
Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson.
Boom.
Wow.
Pitt,
just
Jennifer
totally
Aniston,
bodied that. Get the
Brad
hell out
Pitt?
of here. Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson are better than both of them.
Bill and
You're just saying that because Tommy Lee's got a hog that's about bigger than my forearm. So
No, I'm not obsessed with None Man's Wiener.
I don't
you
believe you.
problem.
Doug Funny and Patty Mayonnaise.
Number 9 is Marge Simpson.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the tramp stamp kind of got me.
Oh, homie. Oh my god.
With that raspy voice.
Talk about raspy voice.
Number 8, Fran Drescher. Fran Fine from The Nanny. Oh my god.
I forgot about that show.
Oh, number 7, I think is a good one. Brandy.
Yes.
Alicia. She was huge. Let's see who knows their trivia. Who took Brandy to their senior prom?
Suck at this.
I know this, but I can't.
It's like world famous.
Jay-Z.
High school senior took Brandy to his senior prom.
No idea.
Oh,
Not
wow.
Jay-Z.
Kobe Bryant, man.
I knew that.
Number 6, Kelly Bundy should be way higher. She should be higher than 6. Christina Applegate was the biggest babe of the 90s.
I think that's the only other mother-daughter duo on this list, or TV duo.
Probably, yeah. Courtney Cox is number 5 as Monica Geller from Friends.
Number 4. The 2000s were not.
She's a babe. Terrible show. She's a babe. Terrible show.
Just terrible show.
You're a terrible show.
You agree with me.
Gillian Anderson, Dana Scully from the X-Files.
I don't know if I would not put her.
I disagree. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Although she's holding a Glock in that picture, which is might be a Glock. It's kind of cool. Number 3, Karen Parsons, Hillary Banks from The French Prince of Bel-Air. Yes,
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. She's a smoke.
100%.
Absolutely. Brian, your girl's number
one. Yeah,
your girl's number 2. I would have put her. Look at that picture. That picture should have got her as number 1.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I may hate Friends, but I don't hate Jennifer Aniston. I'll tell you that.
But number 1 is number 1 for a reason.
Wrong. I'm going to argue that fact right now. I'm going to, without looking at the list, anybody, I know I've been eyeballing it. But without looking. So number 1 is Kelly Kapowski. What is her real name?
Ooh, this is a good trivia.
Not looking.
I saw the list, so I know the name, so I won't say it.
Same.
Anybody know it? Would you have known it without looking at it?
No.
That's why I'm saying she should be number 1.
Yeah, she should be number 1. You're right. Greg, great argument. Bravo. Great argument. If you don't even, we know Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
We know her name.
Exactly.
And I'm Googling Tiffany Thyssen.
Not much else.
Jennifer Aniston aged so much better.
Yeah, I would say that. But I will say Kelly Kapowski was like the babe of
I was
the
gonna
90s.
Say,
Kelly Kapowski was everything that you wanted.
So now let's talk about Marge Simpson. Would you prefer Marge Simpson
or from Kelly Kapowski to now let's talk about Marge Simpson?
Well, it's Marge Simpson. Like, why not like Family Guy?
I'm pretty sure I know where it's going.
What? Family Guy, Lois?
Yeah.
I would say Lois over Marge.
Ooh.
I would
take Lois.
As a wife, I would take Marge. As a wife, I would take Marge.
Reggie,
anything other than a wife, I'd take Lois.
I would take Lois because she's got curves for days. So take Lois. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So out of the 3, do one, marry one, dump one. We're doing Marge. We're doing Lois Griffin or Beth Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Go.
What are the options, Beth?
Beth Sanchez, Morty's mom, Marge Simpson, or Lois Griffin.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Dumping Beth.
Yeah,
what?
I was gonna say, I would.
She's a horse surgeon.
Horse dentist. AKA a veterinarian.
She's a horse surgeon.
Smelly farts.
I'd dump Beth, I'd marry Marge, and I'd do Lois.
I think I'd dump Marge and marry Beth and do Lois. I would marry Beth.
So hear me out for a second, because you know me, my dad, we've watched Simpsons religiously forever. Is there a better wife out of any of those than Marge Simpson? Think about the shit she's put up from Homer.
But if you marry Beth, you get Rick in the process because he's her dad. Not to do anything with, just to hang out with.
That's a fair counter.
Your logic is flawed.
But Marge has always been loyal to Homer. And that's why I marry Homer. I guess marry Homer. Fuck it. But I'd marry Marge. What was that?
Oh, I got a good one.
So was Lois and Lois Griffin and Peter Griffin. Lois is always different. Peter's. I mean, they're very similar shows.
Always there.
Yeah, but you got to watch. But you got to watch the background of Family Guy. There's been multiple times where you've caught Lois cheating on Peter. I'm just throwing it out there.
Prove it.
Yeah, I don't
know. She was drugged by Quagmire once. I don't think it was
like
cheating.
A couple of times that she's ever actually slipped up.
Why are you guys laughing?
She did it with Bill Clinton.
I'm so curious.
I don't know where this is going, but
video of the commercial we were talking about.
I like when Andrew can't stop laughing.
What did Matt show you? Oh, the commercial. Should I play it? I'll play it.
Oh, yeah. Oh God.
He posted it in here. But I do have a good one for do. How did you politely put it? Do, marry, and dump?
Do one, marry one, dump one.
All right, give me 1 second.
You could also just do date, marry, dump.
No, there's no. You do
marry, DMD.
DMD. We haven't. Look at that.
We're doing this.
We're doing this. Hold on.
Yes.
Share the sound.
Is Anthony in this commercial?
The Great American Tune-In is brought to you by Light Bright. Turn on the magic of colored lights. Light Bright from Milton Bradley.
Light bright, light bright. Turn on the magic of colored lights.
Told you.
Light bright. Make a face to glow at night.
Just pop in the colored pegs and follow the patterns. It's easy to make beautiful pictures with Light Bright, or create your favorite characters with Light Bright refills, like Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Tailspin, and The Little Mermaid.
Light bright.
That's
Turn on
a
the
great
magic of
topic.
shining lights.
Light Bright from Milton Bradley.
Disney movies.
No
I
free.
would love to
Wow.
see one of these sketch comedy shows do a commercial like that, but you know how it said a face to light up at night, it's they put all the pegs in and they make the face and then it's nighttime and it's something completely different.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
It's world.
Never watched the show.
God, who are you?
Wow.
I was too busy playing with Light Bright. I didn't know any of these people.
He's trying to recreate the show scene for scene on a Light Bright.
All right. Well, that brings us to our trivia. I'm interested to see how you guys do, especially because Brian just said he's never seen Boy Meets World. So I hope
Andrew and I cannot be on the same team.
Well, they're not all about movies or anything. It's a mix between movies and pop culture. And if you were born in the 90s or you're a fan of 90s nostalgia, some of this stuff is going to be really fun to play along with us here. I'm interested to see what these guys say. So we'll start out with some easy ones from the 90s that happened in the late 90s, mid 90s, doesn't really matter. We'll start with movies and quotes. And the first one is, in what movie, if you guys get this wrong,
Is there a buzzer?
Just say the question.
no, we'll just say the question. In what movie was the line, "Keep the change, you filthy animal," and who said it?
Home Alone.
And a Happy New Year.
Oh,
Home Alone.
it was in Home Alone, but the
Who said
movie Kevin is watching
Kevin
is
McAllister.
That's
Angels.
Angels with
Angels with Filthy Souls.
Yeah.
And no,
second
Kevin.
one, Home Alone 2 is
Okay.
Angels with Even Filthier Souls.
Yes.
Kevin McAllister's not the one who said it.
No,
What's the name
actually-
of
Wait a second.
You're right.
in the movie? What's his name in Angels Without Soul? Whatever it was.
Snakes.
No.
I know we know that name, Snakes.
I don't know those snakes.
I don't know those snakes.
I don't know those snakes. Snakes. I know I've heard that name before. Snakes.
Bugsy or
It was Johnny.
Johnny. No.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Oh, you didn't give me a second.
He was a major character in the movie. I'm surprised we didn't get that.
What actor playing what part in what movie? This is a three-parter. What actor playing what part in what movie was the line, "There's no crying in baseball"?
Tom Hanks.
I don't know his name.
So it's Tom Hanks.
Their own.
Yeah, it's Tom
League
Hanks.
of Their Own.
Yeah.
He's the coach. His character's name is Coach.
His character's name is Jimmy Dugan, but Coach will do.
I believe that movie is about equal rights.
Women's History Month. We did a show topic ranking babes from the 90s during Women's History Month. Oh boy. Who said what?
We were good at this.
Who said what's in the box? Who said what's in the box and in what movie?
Brad Pitt, 7.
Brad Pitt in 7.
Yeah, Detective David Mills.
One of the best movies of all time.
We got to come up with like
throwing it out there. That movie's incredible.
So you know how he's in a cast that whole movie?
Wait, you can raise your hand. Can't you in this?
Oh, you can, guys. What you'll do is mute yourselves and raise your hand. First one to raise their hand, it'll shoot them to the front, and you guys can answer the question. Look at that. We're learning.
Cool.
This is great.
Cool.
Okay. So, next question. What movie is the memorable line, "You had me at hello"? We got Greg.
I don't know that one.
Raised his hand.
Minus points. Minus points.
Minus points.
Matt's Googling it.
Minus 1,000.
Casablanca.
I thought it was
what is
that? What's that band?
Lower hand.
The Day to Remember.
Oh, good song.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you guys?
Who's got mail?
It's not Tom Hanks. It's Tom Cruise.
Castaway.
That was close. Sleepless in Seattle. That was close.
Toy Story.
Oh, the one with what's her name? Was it?
Oh, Jerry Maguire,
right?
Jerry Maguire.
Maguire.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money.
Once I heard Tom Cruise, that started ringing bells.
Okay, well, here we go. Some more movies, but now we're getting specific. We're going to movie characters. In the movie Forrest Gump, released in 1994, Forrest compares life to what?
Box of chocolates. I'm not even raising my hand.
Jake raised his hand. Box of chocolates.
I really like Forrest Gump.
Guys,
no, I never said I didn't like it. I said it was overrated.
I love the fact that this was the first question, and I forgot that Jake said Forrest Gump is an overrated movie. Shame this man. But no one else caught this. No one else caught this. I did. So there's a raise the hand button, Andrew. You don't have to jump up in the air in your room raising your hand.
Wait, time out. Time out real quick. Just to
might need to explain that.
There were two movies that came out at the same time as Forrest Gump. Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption. Those two movies blow Forrest Gump out of the water. Doesn't matter. Out of the park. Gone. Those two movies are 20 times better.
This question was about Forrest Gump.
I'm just saying Forrest Gump sucks. Oh, it's overrated.
Your own trivia then.
Sucks compared to Shawshank Redemption to Pulp Fiction. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to derail.
All right.
Continue.
This actor is a living legend. What actor voiced the villain for the 1997 animated movie Hercules? He played Hades in the film.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen Hercules.
Oh, a great
Jeremy Irons?
No, very good
that was
guess,
Scar.
That was Scar. He was Lion King. Yeah,
I can picture him. I don't know his name though.
Oh my God!
Like our former president has also been banned off Twitter.
Trump.
James Woods.
James Woods. Good job, Greg. James Woods.
You're 100% right. Wow. He was a great villain and Family Guy too.
He was. What was the highest grossing film of the 90s? This is tough.
Titanic.
Okay, not that tough. Andrew got it. Titanic.
That's what I was going to say too.
I thought that was going to be like a trick. I was going to say Titanic, and then you're going to say, no, that was like 2000.
Andrew opens his mouth twice. First, I don't know anything about the 90s.
Titanic.
Drops the last question.
Do I drop this entire mic?
Smack it.
Well, Andrew, that's one of your favorite movies, right? Titanic?
I love the Titanic. I've seen it like 100 fucking times, and once in 3D with Brian.
It is a good movie.
Yeah. We saw it in 3D in the movie theaters. Not just me and you.
Oh, we definitely did.
Date night.
Yeah, maybe.
What will sink faster, the Titanic or this podcast?
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I might have to ask Lisa for this one. What 90s animated film was Disney's first release on DVD?
Toy Story.
Andrew, Toy Story 2 was okay, right?
Toy Story was on VHS.
The first one to get released on a DVD.
Shrek.
Shrek wasn't Disney.
That's
Shrek is
Universal. DreamWorks.
But it's animation. It's Disney.
Disney.
If it's cartoons, it's Disney.
So is it meaning that it never got released
Cinderella.
on a VHS at all?
No, it was only
It just
released.
went
No, it was
straight
released on
DVD.
both, I believe, but it was the first one
This
released.
was the
on DVD.
first one.
Yep.
Bug's Life.
Lion King.
Bugs Life's a great guess, but no, not Bugs Life.
That is
not
a good-
Lion
Wait,
King.
hold on.
Bug's Life is
When's the
DreamWorks.
first Disney movie to be released on DVD?
Monsters Inc.
Snow
Not
White.
90s. Not Snow White. That was
Nope.
not the 90s. That was
What
like
was Ants?
70s or 80s. Ants was not
Ants
Disney.
wasn't. It wasn't Disney.
I'm just guessing.
Um,
Mulan.
It was Mulan. It was
wow, okay.
Mulan was the
Shot in the
first
dark.
ever Disney film released on DVD, animated film. Just if we have female listeners and they listen to this, they're probably gonna be mad that none of us even know this question. But what two New Kids on the Block were brothers?
Hanson Brothers, right?
Hanson Brothers with their
Oh
own
my
band.
gosh.
Yeah, those
Hanson.
guys. They're brothers.
Oh my gosh.
Wahlberg.
Mark and
Yeah,
Donnie
let's say the
Wahlberg.
Wahlbergs.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
no, it's
Oh.
Jordan and Jonathan Knight.
Yeah.
I love.
Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg was never
Marky
in New
Mark
Kids
wasn't
on the
in it.
Block.
Marky Mark.
He was
yeah.
in Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Marky
called-
Mark and the
yeah.
Funky Bunch.
Donnie
No.
Wahlberg was in it, but Marky Mark wasn't.
Donnie Wahlberg.
I called him Wahlburger.
Donnie. That's a
Hey,
that's
Wahlberg.
my boy. That's a great movie.
Phenomenal.
What female artist sang the hit song "My Heart Will Go On"
Celine
from
Dion.
Titanic?
Celine Dion.
Is she the most
I'm sure
influential
Brian has
female
heard
artist
that
of the
song.
90s?
Old Durham.
I'm sure Brian has heard that song more times than there are numbers in the
Funny
cell.
story. We actually went to her concert one year. It was at I forgot where it was, but we were the youngest people there. I actually almost hung myself.
Maurice, my wife, Marie is some friend down the street, but my wife saw her right before COVID started. She said it was a great concert.
It was. She was good, but like she's old. Like you could tell she's getting like her dance moves are tough to. They look painful.
Everybody else is
included
moving.
Kane.
She's just kind of shaking.
Yeah, she's still got a great voice though. You got to give it up to her.
Is she having a seizure on stage? All right, 90s TV shows. I did not even know this was a 90s show. Family Guy, which premiered in 1999,
1999, January 31st,
took place in what state?
Rhode Island.
Well, yeah.
Very good. Wow. What is the
Street.
last? This is such a. What is the last name of the family in the Cosby Show? Rufinol.
I said, Theo. Ben Affleck.
Nobody knows this one?
Huxtable.
Yes, the Huxtables. The Huxtable.
I was going to say Cosby.
Whatever.
Greg, now say it like Bill Cosby.
I said, Theo.
Boys,
Oh, man.
I have a hot take since we're on the 90s thing. And I have talked to my brother and my sister, wow, holy crap. My siblings in the past about this. For context, yeah.
You're good.
Hey guys,
Did you just have a stroke?
From the top.
Stutter and
Whole-
stumble
whole
over yourself
episode
like
from
I
the
do. Who
top.
cares?
Bring it back.
That-
That logo should be a Night Bright.
yeah, really. I've actually had
Light
a hot,
bright, not night bright.
Whatever.
Jackass.
Jackass.
Hey guys,
Let him speak.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Go ahead,
You're
Andrew.
telling us about your brother and sister.
Yeah, so I was talking to my siblings about this in the past, and I always talk about how the 90s was the best generation. And the problem is that they don't disagree with that, but they say that the 90s is their generation. For context, they're born late 70s, early 80s. They say my generation is early 2000s. How much of the 90s do we actually remember, though? Because I kind of agree.
I kind of agree too.
I disagree.
We're
because
transitional.
disagree.
I think we're
Yeah.
transitional.
I
We're like a
disagree.
mix between the 90s and the early 2000s.
So Greg and I,
Yeah.
we were technically born late 80s, but I don't consider myself an 80s kid.
That's just the
because-
technicality, though, right, man?
I don't
technically
remember
born in the
anything from the 80s.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, I would
thing.
say
Born
we're
in the
like
early
90s,
Like-
like late 90s.
yeah, but we
early
were old
2000s.
enough in the 90s to remember a lot. Like the
Yeah.
next section is just cartoon trivia. These are all our cartoons, man. Like
yeah, like
But
we
you didn't understand a lot of what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
So we grew up with it.
We grew up. They were talking about how American Pie was basically their life, and it is. Like American Pie came out late 90s. Like that's their life. Right. Exactly the time they went through high school. Fuck a pie? That was not us. Our prime years were really like what 2005 to 2000.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well,
I'm still in my prime.
My prime was like April 2005 to like August 2006.
You guys had primes? I still haven't hit my prime. I don't know.
Andrew, I kind of agree with you because like we were very young in the 90s to like remember a lot of these things, but I do still think 90s is our generation, obviously. But I think we can relate a lot more to like the early thousands.
It's not like we were born in like 95, 96, 90, and 97. We were born in 91. So like I would say from 91, obviously, through 95, 96, we didn't remember a lot. But the last few years of it, we know and remember it.
Like Smash Mouth, Blink 182, Nintendo 64, the Yankees Dynasty. Like I don't remember much of that. I only listened to those things and watched those things in the 2000s when I was older enough. I don't know.
I remember those things.
I want to go into the conversation about Anthony. You said the cartoon characters. So the next part of the trivia.
Yeah, the next two parts are like our bread and butter. So now that you guys are warmed up, in Cartoon Network, which was the channel, I believe, growing up, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon were. You guys remember Stickly?
Yes.
Yeah. Vaguely.
Yes. I remember before Cartoon Network came out.
What was it before Cartoon Network?
Nothing. There was no Cartoon
Network. Channel 32 was non-existent.
It was a brand new channel because they put out in like kids magazines and stuff. They put promotional things, and one of them I remember because I remember my brother had it. It was something for Dexter's Lab, and it was like a door hanger. But it had a scratch and sniff on it, but it would smell terrible because it was like some chemical.
I remember the scratch and sniff ads in the Nickelodeon magazines. Scratch and sniff. A stroke. I'm sorry. in Cartoon Network show Cow and Chicken, how do the two animals know each other?
This is sexual.
They dating? I don't know, but that show was on
their roommates or housemates
across the road.
Their brother and sister.
Andrew, I heard that. I heard that across the road. Don't worry.
In Captain Planet and the Planeteers, each Planeteer possesses a power related to the elements: wind, earth, water, fire, and what else?
Heart.
Wow, we got that one. Heart.
I did not watch that one.
Heart is not an element.
It's not.
No. What activity did Pinky and the Brain, two genetically spliced lab mice, participate in every night?
Taking over the world?
Yes, taking over the world.
Welcome to the Greg Show.
What's the dog's name? All right, what's Doug's dog's name?
I'm like Doug Funny.
Meatloaf?
Yes. Oh my God, you're so close.
Pork Chop.
Pork Chop. Yeah, he says it in the opening thing. Come on, Pork Chop.
Yep.
Who's Tommy and Dill's parents in Rugrats?
Stu and
oh my God, Stu and I want to say it's not Bev. That's
Debbie?
My mom's cousin. Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
Stu and I have no idea.
Oh my God.
Side note: before we get the answer, you know those parents are our age.
Yep.
They look like they're like 50 with those kids. So.
Stu's wearing it. Stu looks like he's 55 years old.
Well, Stu's had a rough couple of years.
One of my favorite moments from that show is when Stu's up making chocolate pudding for Angelica, and his wife walks in. What are you doing?
Wow.
Making chocolate pudding? Why? Because I have no control over my life.
Dee.
It's Dee Pickles.
Dee Pickles.
Yeah,
right.
Stu and Dee Pickles. Who? Speaking of 90s babes, who is Doug Funny's girlfriend?
Patty Mayonnaise.
I would give Patty Mayonnaise the business all day. All day.
Patty Mayonnaise is in high school, you sick fuck.
What is the name? Not anymore. She's older than us.
I'm sorry. Can we go back to the 90s babes? Because every single person on this podcast has completely overlooked the one and only babe that every single 90s guy can agree to.
Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
Bingo, Lola Bunny.
Oh my God.
Bingo.
Did you see what they did to my girl Lola in the new Space Jam?
No, I refuse to watch it.
They ruined They ruined a masterpiece.
I refuse
Lola
to
Bunny,
watch that movie.
Lola Bunny number one. Lola Bunny number one over Kelly Kapowski.
Yep. Thank
Would
you.
you put Lola Bunny over Rachel
Cheers.
from Friends?
Cheers to Lola Bunny. Raise a glass to Lola Bunny.
They did her dirty though in the new one. So that brings us to our favorite segment. And when I tell you that this one, the last one was really good. I don't know if that one can ever be beat. And then Andrew sent me this picture. Go ahead, Andrew, take it away. Throw it, get us involved.
Throw it up
Let's
there.
go.
This segment is called Locked Up for What? The members of Guys Night will see a mugshot displayed and will have to guess what they got locked up for. The individual's mugshot that is being displayed is public record, therefore their privacy is not being invaded. The individual's personal information, such as name, date of birth, and location, as well as the actual charge, will not be shared. Have any of you guys ever second-guessed your appearance before leaving the house lately?
Yes.
I think this guy should have also. Display it, Anthony.
Wait, can I ask
I'm
a
sorry.
question before we display it? Hold on. We should always make sure we get like a female locked up for what?
Oh,
I
no,
thought
don't
this
worry.
was a female.
It
This
could
is not
be.
a female?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
For those of you not watching,
I thought that this was a female.
shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
Is she from the Eggheads? Like, what is her-
Her hair is it's like it's a different animal.
This guy has the hair from the guy last week.
He looks like the witch from Snow White. Wait, there's no way that this is a guy.
That's a
This
dude?
looks like the villain at the end of every Scooby-Doo show. Oh my god, it's the janitor from the beginning.
Is this really a guy? What are his pronouns?
Don't assume. Hey, guys! Don't assume it's gender. Okay,
Guys, that has to be a wig, right?
That's not real. That's all the hair from that guy's beard and head from the previous episode.
I got my answer.
I'm out. I don't even know.
I
It
think
looks
he
like
killed
the old
Moxie.
man from Family Guy with hair.
You want some popsicle sticks?
You guys want some popsicle sticks?
Greg does it good.
He does.
He killed someone on the Motley Crew and just wore his hair.
Yeah, that's a hairband hairpiece right there.
Come down and get them if you like.
And now the Little League World Series jackpot.
I got some change in my pocket. Run in there and get it. Haven't seen the paperboy in like 3 days.
Yo.
All right, so I know what this guy did.
I'm still hung up on the fact that it's a guy.
Where's Matt?
I'm here. I'm just laughing, not talking. I'm going to say he tried to give someone a gum job.
He definitely does that to you. There's zero
gummed him
teeth
to
in
death.
that head.
All that comes to mind is drunk and disorderly. That's all I got. I got nothing else.
His
Bro,
hair
you wanna
looks
go
like
to
one of the.
before I go.
His hair looks like
I'm
one of
gonna
the
I'm gonna
McDonald's-
guess. I'm gonna guess like a drug addict. So I'm gonna guess locked up for some sort of drug involvement.
No. This guy is a glue thief, and he got glue on his head, and he got chased and through a barbershop by the cops, and they tackled him to the ground. He was rolling on the floor, and that's all the hair from the barbershop that got stuck to his head.
Oh,
This guy's hair doesn't have a front, back, side, or a part. Nothing. It
Have you ever
just
seen
exists.
Have you ever seen the Lego like characters that you could like put the hair on it? You could spin it. Like this is like a universal one. You can just put it on, and spin it any way you want.
This almost looks photoshopped.
it doesn't
looks
look real.
This looks like that scene in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective when he realizes Einhorn is Finkel when the dog's hair is covering the picture in the magazine.
Finkel is Einhorn.
I'm so glad you pointed that because that hair just doesn't look real. Like
It
nothing
doesn't look
about
like
it.
it's meant to be there. Like I know they put
Yeah.
clothes like a blue shirt over everybody when they take these pictures, but they don't have to supply hair.
It's the
not
janitor's
necessary.
mop. It's not even hair. You ever see like the pictures when people post like their house for sale? And it's like, wow, that lawn is so green. You go there and it's just like tumbleweeds.
Yeah,
that's what they did with this person's hair.
Exactly. Which hairstyle do you like? Just stop me when you see one.
His hair is like
it's like he pulled it out of the ocean.
It looks like Austin Powers when he got melted.
He looks like melting ice cream.
Pure silence.
In a few years, this guy's chin and his nose are gonna touch in front of his mouth.
You know the guy that's famous for like doing the like his face so
Exactly,
his chin.
yeah.
That's what that's gonna be. Yeah,
because this guy's got no teeth.
Fun. We had some laughs. We had way too many conversations about Matt and shit in his pants. But this is another great episode of the Guys Night Podcast. You could find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify under the Guys Night Podcast, at YouTube, the Guys Night Podcast, and on Instagram, guys_night_podcast. And we will catch you guys later. That's a good night from Guys Night.